Alright, what's up guys? So, recently I had it brought to my attention, this video that was made, I believe, well, technically today, actually. I'm not sure how long ago it was uploaded. But, this video was uploaded, sometime today, and it is Wilson's game accusing Dimo of cheating. To start off with, I'm just gonna say this, so, if you just want my opinion, you don't care about my reasoning behind it, which a lot of people don't. I'm like not just based on the evidence that is in this video alone, I would say I'm about 99% sure Demo isn't cheating. So if you want my opinion, there you go. If you don't care about, like I said, if you don't care about me explaining why, then you don't need to watch the rest of this video. But I am gonna go over all the evidence, quote unquote evidence in this video, and I'm gonna talk about it. And I will say I have a lot of experience fighting cheaters. As an HR Trios player, you get a shitload of experience because you fight cheaters all the time. I've seen pretty much every cheat in this game that is commonly used. Aimbot, big head, reach, all of these things. And what I see Demo do is very, very not cheater like. And also, one thing, because I'm not going to play out this full video, one thing I will say about this is a lot of Wilson's like complaints that are like, oh, he knows what kind of gear this guy has. Oh, he's like waiting for like the most geared players. Like, one, you can inspect people in lobby. Like, obviously that's not uncommon, and I assume Demo probably does that because when you load into a solos lobby, I don't know if your experience and my experience, if I queue HR solos most of the time, my games do not instantly start. I can run around and check every single person in lobby more often than not. And, these are, once again, these are just YouTube videos. These are not every game he plays, right? Like, I can speak for myself here, and I'm sure many other people, you might put out one YouTube video that has 5 or 6 fights in it, but you had 50 fights that day, and, if 45 of them went bad and 5 of them went good, obviously you're probably going to upload the 5 good ones, right? Like, generally, the YouTube videos you see are the best. Like, that's the best things that happen that day, the best content. So when you're getting situations where you're killing the really juice person consistently, like I believe he said, like, oh, like all of his like things are like it's almost always he's like third party or killing the really geared guy. It's like, yeah, those are the ones you're gonna upload. You're not gonna see the ones where he walks around the dungeon for 15 minutes, has no fights and leaves because that's boring. No one wants to watch that. That's not content. And like I said, like that is something I've done myself. I'm like, okay, I want to record a video, and I go in and I have literally like I have one fight, or I kill like one like guy that's like not geared, or I don't fight at all. I'm like, that's no one's good. That's never gonna make it to YouTube because why would I? No one wants to watch that. The stuff you are uploading on YouTube is like the best of the best. It always happens. Like the best fights, the best outplays, like all of these other things. Um, but yeah, so one of the things that I think he had a big issue with, he was saying, was aimbot, and I will say this. Like I said, I've seen a lot of people running aimbot. If Demo has aimbot, one, it's a toggle because he almost like most of his melee swings don't even have it. That's like the thing that really got me was he pulls up like one clip, like like or like one clip out of a video of him throwing a Francisca that like flicked to someone, and it's like, oh yeah, like you can't do this, or like how did he like he would have missed, but then he flicked it at the last second and he hits, and like that's all you see. If he's running aimbot, that would imply he's turning it on to throw one Francisca, flick at somebody, and then turning it right back off because it's not showing on. Like if he was running consistently, it would be very obvious, right? He would use the melee swings flicking, you'd see everything he's throwing flicking, and he would just never miss. And it doesn't make sense for him to be running it just to use it that like infrequently because one, it's not even going to give you that big of a benefit. So why are you risking getting yourself banned, especially as a YouTuber? That's one of the big things here, right? Is if he is like, if this is true, if he's actually cheating and he's doing this, he's risking his entire like, dark and darker career, quote unquote, or whatever you want to call it, being like just destroyed because he wanted to hit up one Franciscan in a fight. It just, and especially the thing is, it's like, you know, like my biggest thing, like I said, my biggest thing about this is he's doing this, like he's taking this shit out of the videos. If he was pulling up things that are like, oh yeah, this wasn't in or like, like, oh, he did all these things that weren't in videos. I was just spectating his game because I was in his game and this didn't appear in any video. That's like one thing, right? Because that's like, okay, he's doing all this like crazy stuff and they're not even making it to videos. But he's uploading most of these things to YouTube, or I mean, everything he shows here is from YouTube videos. So it's like one, so you're assuming he's cheating, very, very lightly, at that, because what we see is like, if somebody's cheating, it's usually pretty blatant. And even the fact that it's up for debate is hilarious to me Because, like I said, if someone's cheating, you almost always know they're cheating very, very obviously. And then the next thing is there was one clip that I will show in the video where it didn't make it into a YouTube video, but it isn't even that weird. Because one thing I'll have to say is if you play solos and you are a very, very experienced solos player, you run really good gear, then this is going to be very common to you and it's going to be very, something that you know. Solos players, you have to play like you literally have schizophrenia, right? Like you are terrified of every corner, every door, every possible. If it's not somewhere that you have been watching for the past 30 seconds, you have to be scared there's a person there. And that explains a lot of the weird gameplay he does. So I'm going to click through, just watch some of these things.
That was
And, he's talking about like the guy's aim shaking here. And it's like what? It's like this right here. Like, okay, yeah, this is one of them, right? Like what about that's weird? Right here, he talks about like a flick, where he like flicks to the left when he's throwing it. So watch this. Like he goes to release it, and then it just throws it over. You can even see, like, see, this is the thing to me. You literally see his fucking cursor go past the guy. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Aimbot, but how many Aimbots have you seen where the cursor moves all the way across the person? Like, is Dimo using some like $20 cheat he downloaded off Google? If he's cheating, like, no, bro. Like, this just doesn't make sense. He throws it and he flicks it while he's throwing it because the guy stands still. And like I said, it even goes past him. Like it doesn't like the thing is the reason this goes past him by the way is because he's moving. You can literally he's walking while he's doing it. That's why his cursor travels past him. If this was aimbot, it's still gonna lock onto him. It doesn't even like flick to the guy. It just moves over. And we're gonna see in a bit, Demo's sensitivity is like incredibly high, which like so like this just doesn't make any sense to me. It's like you watch it and it's like like what is that? Like that's just him playing on high sensitivity. Like that's like nothing weird. I feel like this is the only one that even remotely looks weird. But the thing is, it's like I've seen flicks like this, like where it snaps. I've seen stuff like that happen multiple times, and it just usually comes from having high sensitivity. Like I don't see that being cheats. Like the thing is, like, and right here, this is something else. This is another one. I mean, I want to like I'll go. He pretty sure he shows his Panther one later, right? But this is another one. He's talking about how he's going to throw a Francisca and it just like flicks behind him, right? Like I once again, this is what I'm talking about in the sense of like if you are using a cheat that is aimbotting, one, usually from what I've seen in Dark and Darker, it's like aim tracking. It requires you to be looking at the person, and like staring at them and then it's like prediction, right? It predicts their movement. I've never seen something that is like flicking behind, throwing a Francisca at a wall that there's somebody on the other side of, right? Like this is the thing that's like weird to me. And he's like, oh yeah, and then there's like a guy that's like hiding over there or something, right? There's a guy that's like over here. It's like that just like I just is that like odd? Yeah, but I don't think he's cheating. He just like randomly turns and flicks it. I don't know why he did it. You know, I can't explain it, but I can say I doubt that's cheating because like once again, how like is this some $20 fucking aimbot that is bad that can't like tell when there's a wall in between you and your target. And this right here is the thing I was talking about. So this is where it comes to where look how far he's moving around. What this looks like to me is someone that's just playing on way too high of sensitivity. Like I'm talking like way too high. And you can see like this is literally like him constantly shaking back and forth. Like I've seen that from people that are playing high sense. This isn't like that weird to me. His sensitivity is just way too high. That's what this is. And he's trying to like keep it like centered. I've never in my life seen an aimbot look like this. And he's saying it's like dragging. He's saying it's like getting like drugged back across. And I don't think so. I think that's just him moving his mouse. I have never ever seen an aimbot do this. Not to mention, like it's not even like he's like his aim isn't consistent. If he's aimbotting, his aim is going to be consistently aiming for the same place. It's literally he's moving all around this guy's body. It's not like going consistently for headshots or anything. Like, look, stabbing his arm. He's going low. He's trying to aim up. He's hitting his body. Like, what? Aiming at his legs. Like, what kind of aimbot have you ever seen do this? Also, the thing is, it's like he's only saying, "Oh, it's like dragging here and it's like dragging the other side." Like, it's so inconsistent. Like, that thing just doesn't make sense to me. Like, it doesn't seem to always be dragging back and forth. So I don't understand it.
and obviously the adjustments he's making are
See,
pushing him off
listen.
center quite often, as you saw there. And then when it hits, it's going back center. It is consistent. And I'm not
No, it's
some
not.
hack detector guy. I'm just a guy that
Like,
basically lives in the woods
like what?
and loves gaming. So don't take this.
See, this is my thing right here. This is the thing. Like, listen, man, if you feel that you have been wrong and you think this guy's cheating and you want to make like bring it out, cool. I get it, right? I understand. One, you have no reason to make a video on this. The reason I'm making a video on this is because this is just free views, right? Like I'm just gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Truthfully speaking, I don't care if he's cheating or if he's not. I have no personal investment in this. If he's cheating, he'll get banned. If he's not, he won't, right? I'm just making this video for views and because I like talking. So that's just, I'm being completely transparent with you. But my thing is, you're a content creator. This is about another content creator in the field. You could very, very easily go to somebody at Iron Mace, give them everything, like to show them, hey, pretty sure this guy's cheating. Can you check this out? Can you check his account or whatever? Tell me what you guys think. You don't have to make a video about this. He never said he did this. He just said he wants to bring attention to it, which I don't understand. The reason you bring attention to this is because you tried to go through normal means and they didn't work, which he hasn't said he did. So like I said, I don't understand why he made this video. Like this just feels really weird to me. And yeah, I'm not gonna be that guy. I don't want to say it's like malicious. However, he does say in the beginning of the video that he is like, I mean, where's it at? Hold on, let me. He says like he's like directly competing wherever he like dies to him or something. He's like, oh yeah, like it's the concert creator I'm like directly competing against, and it's like I don't like that logic. I mean, I understand it, but I think it's kind of not necessarily flawed, but it definitely seems more aggressive. Like saying that to me makes me think like you have something to gain from this. By like if he was like, like by throwing all this like negative rep at him, like you have something to gain while also bringing attention to yourself. Not saying that's what he's doing, however, it definitely or let's put this, not saying that's intentional. However, it is definitely going to happen. Like you can literally look at like some of the comments on this video, right? And then it's just people. I don't need to know Dimo's a fishy guy. There's a lot of people like saying like shit like he's like cheating or all this stuff. There's like so many fucking things in the comments. Genuinely shattered my fucking trust in Dimo. It's like all of these different things, right? That just also, if you guys don't know, like the thumbnail, the way he's did this is like the text and stuff. This is literally how Dimo does his thumbnails. So like I said, it's very clearly like in my mind, if you're going to make a video about someone cheating, you don't like sit here and also like something like at the beginning, like he's like covering the guy's name and stuff, like trying to like hide it, like building suspense. Like this whole video just kind of screams to me that he kind of just wants like attention. Like I said, if you really genuinely believe this guy's cheating, this is not the way to go about it. What you do is you take it to people, you send it in, if nothing happens and you still firmly believe it, then you take it public. He hasn't said anything about him like sending it in. He hasn't said anything about him like trying to go through normal channels. I made a video, I made a video a very, very long time ago about people, streamers, I believe, stream sniping me. I made that video after I sent all my proof in and I was told they thought there was no wrongdoing. Then I made the video because I felt that that was incorrect. I mean, nothing ever happened to them, so maybe I was wrong. But like I said, I at least went through the proper channels first, and I feel like that's something you should do. Like I said, unless you are 100% sure this guy's cheating, which he's not, he said it. Unless you are absolutely positive sure this guy's cheating with hard proof, which this isn't. Nothing in this video is hard proof. You should not be doing this. It's bad manners, if anything else, right? Like you are making, it's not entirely baseless, but in my opinion, it's not far from it. At best, or no, sorry, at worst, most of these clips just seem weird, right?
Like some hack.
But like, that's my thing is he clearly doesn't like. Okay, right here, another thing. Like, watch. Okay, let me find this one here. Like, this is another one.
Playing against these guys, and they're being somewhat.
Like, it's this one. It's this right here. He says.
I felt.
Listen.
I felt a lot of respect towards this individual, and I even defended them multiple times on stream whenever Reddit was having their issues with.
He says he thinks this isn't possible to do, which is just wrong.
Weird. And if you watch this,
like he just flicks a Francisca at the guy, and once again,
and then snaps towards him.
Like I don't. What does he think Aimbot does? Does he think that's Aimbot? The guy turned, saw the guy wasn't where he was throwing, and moved his cursor and threw it.
Wonder how the heck did he readjust that quickly?
Like that's He just whipped a 180 and threw it. You could probably take any good rogue player in this game, give them a throwing knife, and they could do this. They're probably not 100% accurate, and this might have been even a lucky shot, but this isn't impossible. Like,
Right?
I could probably do this, and I don't even throw Franciscus.
Watch this at full speed and wonder how the heck did he readjust that?
Not to mention, I mean, it's like literally he just flicks it over. That's all. Also, the thing is, like,
How the heck did he readjust?
if it were aimbot, generally speaking, how these things work is you could definitely tell them they're usually jittery or janky, or they're very consistent in their flicks. All he does is just aim somewhere towards the guy's body and then moves off. Like you could see just his movement. Like look after he throws it. Just look at Dimo's movement. Look how like fucking jittery his camera is, just from how fucking high his sensitivity is. Like his camera just looks jittery in general. Like look at this. He's clearly playing on a super fucking high sensitivity, so none of these things are abnormal.
Well, this is just my opinion. Please form your own.
And then
Gameplay situation. Here's
this one right here, he says like, "Oh, you can't hear footsteps." I'm gonna be honest with you. Like this one right here, I'm not gonna say that much about because the problem with this is whenever you have audio, specifically of things that are really really quiet in game, they usually just don't get picked up on the recording, right? Like that happens. I've had clips where like of a rogue, like literally doing the exact same thing, creeping around, where you can hear their footsteps, you take a clip of it, can't hear anything. That type of thing. I've had that happen. Or like people say they swear they hear it, you clip it, you can't hear it. It's usually just like a recording thing. That's usually what that is.
Draws his weapon and then sees the lights.
Also, this is okay. 1 second. I just need to like point this out. Listen to what he says here.
Audio on the left. Be careful. Backs up for whatever reason. Draws his weapon.
So, one, he says backs up for whatever reason. As Dimo's saying, I need to be careful. Like I said, if you guys are fucking Goblin Caves players, like HR Goblin Caves players, you know that to play this game and to play this map, you kind of have to be a little schizo. That's just how it works. Also, he literally sees, like, there's no goblins live anywhere, so it's very possible there's someone around here. Where this early into the map, you see no one anywhere in the middle, but you see all the goblins dead, you're probably going to assume someone's over here. And then the thing that, like, tilts me is he says he draws his weapon. I'm not a rogue player, but whenever you are about to fight, are you swapping from your stiletto to your rapier? No, you're fucking not, because that's not the weapon you use to PvP. You PvP with your fucking stiletto out. It's saying he already has his weapon out. What do you mean he draws his weapon?
Backs up for whatever reason.
If you know someone's here, especially a rogue, pulling out your rapier is the wrong move. Like, this is incorrect.
His weapon, and then sees the lights go out. And then the rest of this is just normal from what I've watched now. It doesn't even shock me anymore. He knows there's a guy here. You can watch the source audio. It may be gone by this point. I don't know. But there's no steps. There was not.
Like, once again, another thing right here. If he's cheating, why does this ever happen? Right? Like, it's not like he's getting, like, the biggest drop on this rogue of all time. All this rogue has to do is turn 45 degrees, and he sees him crouching here with no stealth, right? I mean, like, he doesn't have one either. But he's literally going to check this door over here.
I don't know. But there's no steps.
And then, like, also, I don't know when this was. I don't know if this is post-creep or pre-creep change with the sound. But this rogue, if he's right here, you will definitely hear him. Especially if you're listening and you have no other audio going on, which he doesn't. But like this rogue is very clearly super close to him, so you can definitely hear his steps. You might not hear it in the video, but you're gonna hear this guy walking. It's gonna happen.
There was nothing to indicate.
And then he like kills the guy. It's like whatever.
It's noticeable once you start looking for it. Just completely.
Where are we at?
But kill in the kill feed.
Right here, another one. He sees a kill and he's just walking around the map.
Yep. Somebody died off in the corner of the map.
Like,
look at
you see the door open here, which means you know somebody came through here.
Just watch.
You see these things dead. He hears someone doing Cyclops. And like, yeah, this door is closed. There's no reason to go through here. But look where he's going. He's going into this room. This is a super popular room. There's fucking always people fighting in here. This is a very common room to check, and especially if he's coming from middle, which it looks like he is. You're going to be going to check the corners of the map.
Here's someone fighting Cyclops.
He's already killed somebody too, so clearly he knows, like, if you play a lot, you know spawns. If you've already fought people over here, and you know someone's doing Cyclops that probably came from up here, guess where people are probably going to be? Somewhere down here on this bottom part of the map. Crouching around. Oh, dead things here. Yep, guess people are here. Doors open over there. Yep, guess people are there. And he's just, once again, the thing is, he is literally slowly crouching around the map. This is just normal Goblin Caves gameplay. If he was cheating because he's ESPing and he knows the guy's here, why the fuck is he gonna crouch around? He's gonna beeline towards that guy. He'd be like, oh, he's just trying to hide it. If he's trying this hard to hide it, why would he even do it to begin with, right? Like, what's the point?
It is what it is.
I hope he didn't see me.
Wow.
And then,
perfectly rounding the corner, killing the guy that
like, cool. He killed a guy.
on the kill feed while he was looting the most tiered players in the lobby.
The thing is, once again, like, I'm just gonna throw this out here. You know, if he's ESPing, why wouldn't he show up to the fight before it happens? If you are ESPing or, you know, using walls or whatever you want to call it, you don't show up to fights after they happen when the guy can get a full reset off. You show up when they're happening so you can start a third party right time the fight happens. That is what happens with people that are ESPing and wall hacking. I know because I fight them all the time. And it happens all the time. You don't show up whenever the fight's over. And once again, this is another situation where, where's it at? This rogue, if this guy's paying literally any attention whatsoever, he sees him peeking around the corner. This rogue would see him here. Rogue's paying no attention. Because I'm pretty sure you could probably, even if you're in an inventory, you probably could see him peeking around the corner there.
All his content, but trust me when I say I watched a lot of it.
And then this one. This clip right here is, like, I think the fucking dumbest one. It's like a minute-long clip from Sobad's stream where Sobad's, like, running around with, like, Dimo. They're trying to kill a rogue, and he says, like, where's it at? Dimo says he has legendary stuff. I know for sure he has legendary stuff. Okay, one, he could have inspected him pregame. Two, this could just be a fucking lie. Right? Like, this could easily just be a lie. I lie all the time.
He could have. This happens in every lobby, and every time I see it.
Oh, it happens every lobby. Wow, it's almost like there's a pregame in every lobby that you can inspect people. Whoa, crazy. And then it's almost like the games he uploads to YouTube are the games with geared people in it. Whoa, because that's crazy. That's what content is. That's what YouTubers do. That's what you do. You don't upload the game of you killing naked people, man. That's just not what you do.
It's geared players. Every time.
Wow.
Leave me alone. Like, what the hell are you doing? He finds him in the dark, everything. Leave me alone.
Okay, this one and this one right here. I think this might be one of my favorite ones.
Like, what the hell are you doing? He finds him in the dark, everything.
He kills a barbarian here, right? Like, he's been fighting before. He's killed 2 people before this, so he's clearly moving around the map PvPing. He's fighting a lot.
Finish this one off.
He kills this guy.
I played this game. I was part of this game. And every time I pressured or
and just listen.
Felt like I had an opportunity. I was just getting outplayed, outmaneuvered constantly. I'm not saying.
Also, by the way, oh wait. See,
imagine.
Okay.
One of the, like, lesser.
I don't think he's this rogue, right? Like, I'm pretty sure he's not this rogue.
Player.
Okay, yeah. So this is the thing. He's saying every time I had a chance, I was getting outmaneuvered, outpositioned. We don't see any of that. Like, we don't have any of that. We don't have it from Dimo's POV. We don't have it from Wilson's. We don't have any POV of that. So as far as I'm concerned, that's just fucking waffling.
Finish this one off. I played this game. I was part of this game.
The only time we see him is when Wilson's fighting some guy over here, which,
constantly. I'm
like,
not saying I'm a pro
you know,
gamer.
I like you see him fight. He's fighting some guy over here. So I don't see like the purpose here.
Strange. Why are the rogues here ready to third party?
Also, he's saying it's strange the rogues here ready to third party. What the fuck do you mean, bro? He just killed a barbarian. He just killed a guy right here, and then you guys run into him. Like, what's strange about this?
What the hell are you doing? He finds him in the dark, everything. I'm wearing like 1,000 G budget.
And then you ask,
like,
what?
That guy has nothing. I just couldn't ever.
The only thing even remotely strange about this is he doesn't loot the barbarian.
Constantly. I'm not saying I'm a
that is the only remotely strange thing, but I assume he probably just hears the fighting. That's just what I'm gonna guess, right? Or he knows the barbarian doesn't have anything of value. I don't know. Let me see the barbarian. What does he look like? Let's see what this guy's. Let's see what this guy looks like.
Now, this is the video.
Where's that?
Like, what the hell are you doing? He finds him in the dark.
Yeah, no, that barbarian looks fucking naked, bro. What is that? Like fucking, I mean, purple adventurer tunic, leather legs, riveted gloves. He's got a fucking quarterstaff and a. Was that a bat with felling or something? I don't know. He's probably not even that geared. But anyways.
I'm wearing like 1,000 G budget kit for one of my.
And then he's saying like, oh, you know, like why isn't he third partying? Well, the fight was still happening. You don't run in while the fight is still happening. That's stupid because then you have to waste things to kill somebody, and then you're still fighting a third person. It's just dumb. You don't want to do that.
And that guy's wearing nothing, which he alludes to in the video multiple times. We don't
know
how he knows this, but he knows that guy has nothing.
How does he know it? Guess what? Pre-game inspecting. Woo! Genius.
And then I thought it was strange this point.
Okay, he sees a guy there, probably was going back to
Oh
loot the
wow.
guy. And then right here. I think this is the dumbest thing Wilson says the whole video.
Imagine he finds the geared player that he was waiting for the whole time.
He
He's not
finds
just
the geared player he was waiting for the whole time. So, to starters, he's here because he's fighting this barbarian, right? We don't know what he's doing before, but like I said, he was literally killing people the entire time. He killed 2 people before this.
now this is the
He kills the
very
barbarian, and then he's sitting around here healing. He knows there's a team that was there, or not a team, sorry. He knows there were 2 people that was fighting was
why
there.
he didn't take his opportunity.
He looks like he was gonna go out to loot the guy. He sees a third person that's outside, right? Like he looks like he was going to loot the barbarian.
How he knows this,
I
but he
assume.
knows that guy has nothing.
Where's it at?
Then I thought it was strange.
Like I'm not listening to Dimo's audio, so I assume he was going to probably loot this barbarian. He sees this guy, that I think it's a fighter, so he probably is going to crossbow, so he backs in here, and then he says
Oh, wow.
he finds the rogue he's been looking for all game. He's killed 3 people, and he hasn't left this spot in about a minute. How is he looking for him? And then not to mention, so the rogue came through this door. He knows there's a person all the way over here, and he saw 2 people over here. He is now in a spot where he could potentially be pinched by 3 people. How in God's name? Not to mention he dropped down, right? He did not have to jump down from here. If he's wall hacking, you're going to sit up here and you're going to wait. You're not going to jump down. Like, I'm so fucking pissed off at this video because I genuinely feel like he made this with no thought put into this. Like, no BM. I really mean no BM. I don't have any hard feelings against Wilson or anything. I think this video is stupid, but no hard feelings. I genuinely just don't believe he understands this game enough to be making this type of video and calling somebody a cheater. Like, if you can't even understand, like, why this doesn't make sense to be calling him a cheater here, you just should not be making this video. Or why he's not third-partying you guys here, you should not be making this video.
Getting outplayed, outmaneuvered constantly.
Like, and like, I get it. You're not, like, the greatest player at the game. That's fine. And once again, this just reinforces what I said earlier. You should not be making this video if you don't understand the game. You just shouldn't. Because you don't even know what you're looking at, and what you're looking at isn't what you think it is.
I'm a pro gamer. We don't know how
But
he
yeah,
does this, but
like
knows
he
that
he could have easily jumped up here,
I thought it was
easily jumped up there and waited on this rogue if he knows he's coming. That would just be the smart thing.
to kill. Perfect timing.
Then he moves around, and once again, this is where it comes back to the aimbot thing. He's throwing knives. If he does have aimbot, why isn't he throwing it here, right?
Gets a kill. Perfect timing.
Like, where's his aimbot at?
Probably 3 or 4 different occasions where he was third-partying a fight. and I
Where's it
just
at?
couldn't get involved.
And if you're gonna tell me he's only using it sometimes, why?
Honestly, in my opinion, this video was one of the lesser obvious ones, I would say.
I agree.
Game, it felt unnatural, and I was suspicious.
I don't understand. Like, there are like too many inconsistencies. Okay, and this one right here. Okay, so for one thing, you can see this, right? Like, you see these.
Well, you know, like I said earlier, this is the moment.
Okay, okay, so I will say one thing here. One, this isn't even that hard to explain. 2, if you guys remember, because I don't know when this video was taken. I don't like this one right here that's in the clip. I don't know when this video was, but there was a bug with Rogue where weak point and I believe Rupture would show while invis, and it very clearly looks like that's what this is doing. Because normally you can't see this if they're invis, I think. I'm not 100% on that, but there was a bug not too long ago, it's for like a month ago or something, where you could see their Rupture and weak point while invis if they were active, which it very clearly is here. So he peeks the corner here, which once again, like I said, if you are a solos player, this is normal shit that you do. Like, you play fucking terrified. Honestly, I'm surprised he didn't stealth walk through here. That's what I've seen rogues do that shit all the time. But rogues love to just sit here and camp these places, especially if he's coming from killing people, which he does. He just killed somebody. And there was a shit ton. So this is that same game, by the way. This is that same game that we were just watching from the previous clip where the rogue shows up. This one right here. This game, so this is the same one. That's right here. So that rogue probably heard fighting, so he's camping here. So Dimo's coming out of here, knowing there's probably a rogue in this lobby, because I assume he checked in pregame, and he's scared, reasonably. Because that is what you do in solos.
This is the moment that kind of changed things for me and why I started making
And then,
a lot of this content.
once again, I don't like... My thing is, if you're cheating, there are 100 different things. He could have went to the other door. He could have ran at the guy right away. A lot of things you could have done here. But how he's playing doesn't look like a cheater. It just looks like a normal HR Goblin Case player. This shit just all looks normal to me.
That kind of changed things for me and why I started making a lot of
But,
content.
yeah. And other than this, he just like Demo just like reloads his hand crossbow, kills the guy. Maybe I don't even know.
Well, that suggests none of this stuff is legit. Nothing matters.
Okay, I think this is from where he kills him, right? Okay, maybe we do have the
There,
footage of it.
still available.
Let's see
Just
this.
watch it. Ask your own questions. Form your own opinion. Making content. If I didn't, so I really do. I brought see what the reaction will be to this. Not be able to talk about this. So
Oh, then he just dies here. This
I
is where.
don't know if it will. I brought this hypothetical question up to a lot of other content creators, and I
Sure.
got pretty much mixed reactions. So I'm kind of going on a limb here and just
I just want to see him fight the guy, bro. I just want to see where Demo comes from and kills him. Also, see, this is my thing. He literally talks about like weird cuts that you don't see. He's in the middle of two people here. Why would you ever cut this? Like, you have a guy right there shooting at you. You have a guy behind you, and you cut to a mile away where the rogue's now killing you. So we don't even get to. And Demo's clearly been chasing him for a minute, so we don't even get to see where he came from. Like that doesn't make like why would you cut that? That is a very very valuable piece of this video that is now cut out. Also, wait, hold on. Does he? Okay, yeah, this is a long time because look, he doesn't have second wind here, and then this part he has second wind. So in this cut, I can't see because fucking Wilson's game logo. Wait, oh my god, that's actually really annoying. But this has been at least I'd say a minute in between because he's had time to stop, campfire, get his second win, and move around to where Demo found him again. Like I said, at the end of the day, I'm not going to say Demo isn't cheating. I'm going to say I'm about 99% sure he's not based on the evidence in this video. I think most of this video is just Wilson seeing shit and not understanding what he's seeing and then making a video about it thinking he's cheating. I've seen a shitload of cheaters. I don't think Demo is one. But like he said, you look at this video, form your own opinion if you want to. If you think he is, you know, up to you, your opinion. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up for me. Thank you guys for watching, and I will include Wilson's video in the description if you just want to go watch that without any cuts or anything. But yeah, other than that, catch you guys later. Peace.